Hello YouTube, this is Keith Kevin Ken. Today, it's all about the Paramilitary 2. I'm going through all of my Paramilitary 2s. Each individual knife, there's already a video on that goes in depth with the knives on my knife of the day. But instead of just doing knife of the day, Monday through Friday, I thought I'd go and do some subsets of the Spyderco collection right now. And today, it's all Paramilitary 2. I have a few more than what you see right there. I just couldn't put them all in my hand. So let's talk about it. I'm going to try to do this as fast as possible. Of course, you guys know the Paramilitary 2. It's one of Spyderco's most popular knives. All of these, of course, will have the same form factor that makes up a Paramilitary 2. All of them have a full flat ground blade. All of the Paramilitary 2s that you're going to see have a 3.4-inch blade and has a forward choil so that the edge is really 3.1 inches. The total for every single one of them, 8.3 inches. And they all weigh 3.9 ounces, give or take, depending on the bodies. Let me see. Yeah, they're G10 and carbon fiber in my collection so far. Of course, the collection keeps growing because Spyderco keeps doing newer and different variations on a theme. Each and every one has a compression lock. That's really the big thing about the Paramilitary 2 is this compression lock. Now, Spyderco introduced the compression lock long before the Paramilitary 2. It's their compression lock. They are using it on a whole bunch of knives now. I'm recording this in mid-January 2018, and of course, we're starting to see the compression lock appear on, I would say maybe a third of the new Spyderco knives that are coming out. We're seeing it a lot now. Of course, each Paramilitary 2 has a huge hole for lanyard hole and a 4-way clip. Most of them come out of Spyderco tip down right hand, but of course you can move the clip any way that you'd like to. This right here, the reason I wanted to start out with this one is that it has S30V steel, Crucible CPM S30V steel, and of course I have a total of 11 paramilitaries that I'm going to show you, each of them with different variations on the steel and on the carbon fiber. This is the Urban Digi Camel version. One other thing that all of the paramilitaries too have, along with the compression lock, are embedded liners, stainless steel liners. So the first one is the Paramilitary 2 Urban Digi Camel version with S35 VN steel. I really like the Cutlery shop exclusive. They love their orange and black, and this is an orange and black Paramilitary 2. I hope that we don't have problems with the focus. As you can see, a couple of differences from our regular variation. First of all, it is an exclusive from Cutlery Shop. It's sold out. You could probably find it on the internet still. CTS XHP steel, black coated CTS XHP steel. And I love all of the black hardware. And of course, the orange G10, even a black clip. Wonderful compression lock. All of these are smooth right out of the box. Sharp and smooth right out of the Spyderco box. This is the Cutlery Shop exclusive Paramilitary 2 with CTS XHP steel. Oh, blurple. You know, Spyderco and their blurple series of knives, they started with all of the American-made knives. The military, the Paramilitary 2, the Native, the Mannix 2. What else do they do in blurple? I just really love it. Blurple is what the internet call this G10. This bluish purple G10, that's the variation. The big important part of the variation, what makes this different, is this was a year or two ago when Spyderco released Crucible's S110V steel as a production steel. Now, I have a couple of Spyderco knives with S110V, but those are sprint runs, limited editions. These you can pick up, all the knives I talked about, you could pick up right now. They're productions. They're making tens of thousands of them at a reasonable price as well, not at the exclusive price. So this is the blurple Paramilitary 2 with S110 steel. You know when you see a Spyderco with gray G10, you know it's special, don't you? There's something about Spyderco and gray G10. They love it, especially for their sprint runs. This is their crew wear sprint run. Whoops. Yeah, I should just let it fall instead of trying. I mean, this thing right out of the box, sprint run. A Spyderco sprint run is a run of 100, what am I talking about? 1,200 knives, give or take 200 that are available, and as soon as they're sold out, they're gone. You can only get them on the secondary market. They're for collectors, but they are variations. This is the Spyderco variation. Crucible's crew wear. Tough, tough, tough steel. Retains an edge. This is a sprint run. And of course, with the gray G10, yeah, it's as smooth as silk. And I haven't used this a lot. It's just very smooth. Still has a great detent too. Blade HQ has been doing some great special exclusives with Spyderco. This was the first one recently. I know they've done them before, but this is recently where they came out with the Paramilitary 2 with CPM M4 steel. I'll tell you, Spyderco's using M4 steel a lot more. I started getting used to M4 steel when Spyderco used it on all of the Gail Bradley knives that they put out. Gail Bradley loved the M4 steel, and now we see it in a lot of different releases. So Blade HQ had a special release of the Paramilitary 2 with everything. The G10 is natural G10. On the internet, they've been calling it ivory and everything else, but it's natural and it's see-through. So you can see the liner with the skeletonized chunks taken out of it. Just a beautiful knife. Again, CPM M4 steel. This thing went on sale and sold out in hours. You can find it on the internet, but man, it sold out quickly. The exclusive Blade HQ, exclusive Spyderco G10 with the natural G10 scales and the Crucible M4 steel. Carbon fiber comes to the Paramilitary 2. And I really like this. I do. Listen to me. This one is beautiful. This is another CPM M4 steel Spyderco. This one is a knife center exclusive. from Spyderco. Knife Center also does great Spyderco exclusive. Spyderco does a number of knives for distributors. They can just call up Spyderco and say, I want a different variation of this or that. A lot of the regular knives, the paramilitary 2, the military, you're gonna see the Para 3, the smaller version of the paramilitary 2. Let's see, what else? Of course, the Delica, the Endura. A lot of the knives that Spyderco has down pat, some of their more familiar knives that they're already set up to do, they'll put in a different steel, some different scales if a seller wants it. Well, Knife Center said, I want a carbon fiber paramilitary 2 with CPM M4 steel. So here's another CPM M4 steel. I love M4 steel. Now, the one thing you need to know is it is not a stainless steel. It is not a stainless steel. You have to take care of it. It will rust on you. But I really like it. And this carbon fiber, nothing's better to me than a carbon fiber paramilitary 2. It just feels great in the hand. And this is just a real nice knife. Again, it's a Knife Center exclusive. Oh, here comes gray. So you know it's special. And it's really special because it's dark gray. Yeah, it's Spyderco. Their release of the paramilitary 2 with Maximat steel. Just a wonderful knife with dark gray G10 and that wonderful steel, which is just great. Carpenter steel. Spyderco has been releasing a number of their knives in Maximat. I have several of them, and I'm loving the steel. Two of my newer knives, and this is, again, where a distributor comes in, or a salesman, a wholesaler, or someone else comes in and tells Spyderco they want a different variation. Bento Box has an exclusive. It's this wonderful blue G10. It just looks like, it's just beautiful, isn't it? And it has M390 steel. So everything you've come to expect, but this time it's with M390 steel. It's a Bento Box exclusive. And at the same time, I received this red one. Same thing. This went out to DLT Trading. Now, sometimes you'll see when I do my knife of the day, Monday through Friday on this channel, and I do new Spydercos, and I say, it's going here, it's going there. Sometimes it'll go to like DLT Trading, and they sell them off to other sales folks. But this is beautiful. Same exact knife, except you've got that dark red G10 scales, and of course the M390 steel. More carbon fiber. I'll bring these two out at the same time. These are really the newest paramilitary 2s that I got just 2 weeks ago. Carbon fiber scales. Of course, the first one has a plain edge. The other has a combo edge. The Spidey edge and a plain edge on top. I asked people when I did the video on the combo edge. Remember, all of these knives I'm doing as a group, but they're available one at a time on the playlist, the Knife of the Day playlist. I have a lot of Spidey edge knives, and people say, yeah, you know, they're good when you're working, when you're cutting cords or whatever, but most people don't use them. They're also very good for tactical reasons, which is why Spyderco on their civilian and some of their really tactical knives, they use the Spidey edge. Does a lot of ripping. Sorry, that wasn't a PG version, but you know what I mean. But these are just two great knives. Now, the variation on these two, both of them are carrying the 52-100 steel. 52-100 steel for the blades. And with, man, really nice carbon fiber scales. There, my friends, are the current collection of paramilitary tools. I think I'll do this. Each and every one of those knives are already up on the Knife of the Day playlist as individual knives where I go into more detail. You can go check those out. But I think on the weekends, I'll just grab a bunch of the same kind of knives just to give you one place to look at all of them. I hope you guys are having a great day. Take good care of yourselves. I appreciate you watching. Don't forget, if you enjoy this kind of video, to thumb it up. Okay? Just makes me know that you're out there. Subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe. It just helps me out. Also, turn on your notifications so you don't miss knives like this. Okay? Tomorrow, we're not going to do Spydercos. We're going to start going through we're going to continue to go through my Chris Reeve, Browse blades, and Microtech automatics, one knife at a time, one day at a time. And then we'll move on to more of the collection, the hinderers, the striders, the custom knives, the case knives, etc. You guys have a perfect day. Keep those pockets full. Hey, take some minutes, an hour. I know it's hard. I know it's hard to get away. Spend a little time to yourself, okay? Just makes you a better person. It really does. Makes you a better father, husband, wife, friend, whatever. You guys take good care of yourselves. Keep those pockets full. Goodbye.